Hello, everyone, and welcome. Hey, Jim, glad you could join. I wasn't sure if anybody'd be here tonight. There's a KCC live, and I don't think Jay went live tonight. So, anyway, I have been down and out sick and glad to be able to be back and to be live this evening. So, anyway, just kind of waiting for some people to come in. What we're going to be working with tonight is we're going to be working with some Spellbinders product and um, we're going to be making my brother's birthday card. So it's going to be kind of fun. I've spent a little time prepping for it, and I think it's going to be nice. Jay was out enjoying the nice weather. Oh, I bet. We were too. We actually had a birthday party that we just came home from, and it was just absolutely beautiful here. Sunny and just warm. The kids were outside, and it was just really a fantastic day. Hey Jay, glad you were able to enjoy the weather. It is so nice for a change. I just want it to stay and just to keep improving. That's what I really want. Anywho, I'm going to go ahead and switch screens and just show you what we're going to work with. Like I said, I've had some fun prepping, and this is going to be very custom because it is for my little brother. He's the youngest of the four um, natural siblings, and he's having his birthday on the 10th. So this is kind of the last minute. But anyway, we'll switch screens real quick, and looks like I'm a little bit crooked here, but um, what I've got is the stitched die of the month that we're going to work with. And we're not going to stitch, so you guys aren't going to have to watch me stitch. Hey, Linda, welcome. Thanks, Jay. Jay's saying give Shanna a thumbs up. If you guys would do that, that would be awesome. Anyway, so I've got the stitched die of the month. Like I said, I'm not going to stitch. We're going to faux stitch on this one. I've already stitched this one on my channel. I've had a lot of fun with this set. In fact, I could probably, if I hadn't moved those cards around, could show you the stitch card, but it doesn't matter. So we've got that. I'm also going to bring in the classic kicks because I had this idea that it would be fun to have the hat and the shoes together. And I've also got the hot dog and the sticks and the beer bottle, and the beer bottle is custom. It's going to be fun. And then we're also going to use the solar flare. So I really think this is going to be fun. So you like the ball caps? Yeah, super fun. So I've got everything over here in I'm going to take out my little secret thing, so I don't want you to see that until I'm ready to work with it. Where are my tweezers? I'm going to pull out, I've done something a little extra. I went a little extra on something, and I'm going to pull it out, and we're going to work on the other pieces, and then I'll bring this in. I used the embossing folder, and I think we need a 5x7. Hey, Julie Miller, welcome. Because we're going to have the hat and two shoes and some other elements, I think we're going to need a 5x7. So I've got a 5x7 card base. I've got Poppy, and I've got Cosmic Sky, and we're going to layer that up, and that's going to be our layers for our card. But we're going to get to assembling, and I think I need to raise my chair because I raised my desk. Oh, there we go. I was afraid I was going to have to go to the stool, but anyway. So welcome everybody for coming in. So I've got all my pieces here, and I have done a lot of different of the beer bottles, and I don't like any of these, and I've got a different one that I'm going to roll with, but I'll just show you these. I was just playing around. This one was just brown that I added some acetate to give it some shine, and we got gold. This, I just put some embossing ink on and used some gold embossing powder, and then this is just a metallic, but we're not going to use those. Those were options. I was just fooling around. And I was fooling around with the the fork and the spatula, and this is gold, just kind of faux glitter, but I'm not going to use that. I'm going to go with the metallic. I've already assembled that. And then we've got our fork. And I don't know if we'll use them both. I think we'll use the fork because I've got the hot dog in here. But let's just go ahead and get started on, let's start with our hat. We'll just go ahead and start with this since we're not going to stitch it. We'll be able to do. And I forgot to, I got sidetracked and I forgot to do the back piece for him. So we'll go ahead and just, let me bring in my Scout. And we'll go ahead and get that die cut out real quick while I'm thinking about it. What did I do with my product? Here. I did not do this piece and this piece and the white for that. So I'm going to need to do that real quick. Do I have some white handy? Let's see. Gotta get the right color. I'll tell you what. I bent this card base up, so I'm just going to tear it apart and we'll use it. I bent it in my drawer where I keep it. And so we'll just cut it apart and use it. And we got to cut it down small since we've got our little scout. And I've got a newish plate on top here, but a really old plate on the bottom. So need to change them out. Let's see. You could use the packing tape trick to on the bottle top. Hi, Kay. Welcome. Glad you could join. I think we're gonna have some fun tonight. So I've got to get that out of the way. Put that back, and then we need this piece here. And so we'll just go ahead and get it die cut out. I thought I was prepared, but I'm gonna have to do a little bit of die cutting here. So I've been down sick for like 3 days and glad to be feeling better. You could use the packing tape. Oh, okay. I've got a bottle that I've worked on that I'm really happy with. So we'll see if you guys like it. In fact, we can do a comparison since I have all those other bottles, but I just kept messing around until I found something that I liked. Now it is, the weather has changed. So I'm going to bring in my glue press and hopefully, we can use it and it will free flow. It seems like the weather affects my glue press's ability to free flow. And so I'm thinking we have moved into some weather that will allow it to go. And I will tell you, my voice is still kind of going in and out. So, oh, glue it to your finger. So hopefully I won't get coughing or anything like that. I do have a big glass of iced tea sitting off to the side. So if I need to take a drink, I can do that. Anyway, so there is that layer. And then I needed this layer. I did take time to, use the 2-in-1 and the poke thing and get all the little pieces, parts out of there. So we wouldn't have to mess with that on the live. But we're just going to layer it up. I don't know if you guys, I know sometimes people just like to watch lives and they don't like to watch pre-recorded. So I don't know if you guys have seen my pre-recorded where I did stitch this one. I wound up making, we've got some pieces here, a Father's Day card with that one. But this one is going to be a birthday card. And if you're just joining, and I did put it in the description box, this is going to be my brother's birthday card. His birthday is this week. And so I have waited until the last moment. And I had to make another birthday card last night for my grandson. And it was very custom. It was a Stranger Things birthday card. And he loved it. Anyway, it turned out pretty good. So we've got that. And then we're just going to layer. I got a little, that one just didn't want to fall out and it's in there. I'm going to pull it out. I want to see the whites. There we go. We're going to use, what we're going to do instead of stitching is we're going to use a white gel pen and just make some stitch marks. We really probably wouldn't even need to do that because I think the dots on there look pretty cool. So maybe we don't need to do that. Anyway, this little piece here is like, I want to get that laid down there. It's like the, the inside of the hat, or the, when you've got your curve on your hat, and it just is the extra piece there. And we're going to get it laid down on there. Try and get it lined up right. Bring in my tweezers and clean up some glue. We got a hair there. We don't want to get that in there. And so there is our hat. Isn't that cool? I love it. Let's see. You did. Oh, thanks. It was awesome. Thank you, Jay. I appreciate it. Anyway, so I've got a little bit of glue on there because I am a messy Marvin. I'm just going to use my little glue thing and clean it off. There we go. So we got that. So what I was thinking was, and I don't know, let's go ahead and assemble the rest of this, and then we'll come back to the stitches, because I'm afraid if that gel pen is wet, I don't want it to smear. So I've chosen the number 1. On the one I made the other day, I did the dad. And for this one, I'm going to do the number 1. This didn't punch out very well. See if I can poke it out a little bit. These are the ones that have these little teeny tiny cuts in them. And sometimes they don't release unless you die cut it, like run a couple presses with them, or you layer it up. And I want to be able to see the white through my number 1. So I'm running my tweezers through there. I was wondering if my sister-in-law would show up in the live tonight. Last week when we did it, she showed up, and I thought it'd be funny that she could watch me make my brother's card. But anyway, she has a birthday too. But I will have a card for her in my stash. So their birthdays are close together. All right, so we're just going to get our number 1 laid down here. Getting all these little fuzzies here. And we'll get it going. All right, so there we go. I was watching a little bit of the KCC live before this. I don't know if you guys were checking it out. And then I realized I was running out of time and I needed to get myself ready. So I thought, well, I better get moving. Anyway, yeah, I think we'll put this on here because we won't have to do stitches in the area that lays. So we're just going to lay it down there and we're going to have our number 1. So I have, I guess I should tell you guys, I have actually stepped down off of a couple of teams. I stepped down off of KCC. I've been on it for a long time, and I've just been very busy. And so I've decided that I needed to step down a couple, and I did step down off of Love from Lizzie as well. So just thought I'd let you guys know. That's going to free my schedule up, and I'm not going to be as pinched for time, which is, I love both of them, and it was super fun. But I've got, I am on other teams as well, and so I stay pretty busy. So I already did my spatula. I'm going to go ahead and do my fork here. And for this Spellbinders metallic silver cardstock, I like to just use a tape runner, because if you don't, it just wants to move all over the place. And so I'm just going to use the tape runner and get that laid down on there. And I'm doing the red, white, and blue collars again because I just loved it. That's what I did with the rest of them, and I thought it was super fun. So we've got that. So what I was thinking, and I kind of tested, I don't want the 5. I think I might want the 8. And I think what we could do is just run some lines across here and make it look like it's stitched. And I don't, like I said, I don't know if you really even need to do that, because I think the holes make a nice detail with it, but I'm going to go ahead and step through this and just put some lines on here like stitched detail. And hopefully this will dry up all right. I think it looks okay. And then I'm just going to just go across the bottom. This is probably going to take just a little bit of time. I'm not worrying about it too much. I'm just kind of doing a quick line. And it may not be completely straight, which would be very reflective of my stitching anyway. So I don't claim to be a great stitcher. However, it is super fun if you ever do it. I don't know if you guys do or not, but it is fun. It's very relaxing to just sit and stitch, but it is time consuming. So I'm just going to get this laid down. So I spent most of Saturday I spent in bed, just kind of trying to nurse that. I think it was probably the flu. I basically had a high fever, sore throat, body aches, chills, that kind of thing. No stomach issues or anything like that, but kind of a dry cough too. But anyway, oh, that looks good. Okay. So I'm going to try not to mess it up. I've got another one. Is that the same one? There, got it out of there. Okay. Just wanted to get that little piece out of there and just run it across. I know this is kind of taking some time, but trying to move as quickly as I can. So anyway, I missed, I don't know, one day I did miss having a video because I didn't have a pre-recorded for that particular day. And then I tried to make a couple of videos and I did okay with it, but when I was trying to do the voiceover, my voice was not good. So I think it's gotten better though. Anyway. So this is a way that you can use your stitch dies and not have to stitch. And honestly, you don't even have to do this. It's just a little extra detail. So what's everybody said? Looks like the chat's pretty quiet. Got a little bit smaller group tonight than I guess with the weather. Now, we do observe daylight savings, so I didn't know how that would impact people, if they would be confused at my time, if it's later for them than what it normally is or whatever. Because we did, what do we spring forward? So we sprang forward today. So today is where everybody's kind of tired and they feel like they've lost an hour of sleep or whatever. But we did spring forward. So, all right, so I finished that and I think it looks good. What do you think? Isn't that cute? Love it. Love it. All right, let's get on to our shoes. And for these, I think should I make red shoes on the other one? And I thought, and blue shoes would be fun, but because we're gonna use the blue panel, I thought we would do white shoes and kind of do it that way. So, and I don't know if we're gonna need to add, if we need to add a little inking to it or not. We'll see. But I'm just gonna start assembling these, and I've got a full set. On my other card, I just did one. And I used all of the little bits and pieces for it to stuff it. I put all the flowers and all the grill things and all of that stuff in there. I need to think about this. Is there anything I need to put in advance? You know what? I think I have. What? I feel like I didn't get the toe piece of this die cut out. So we're going to have to do that. I did miss a couple things. So we'll bring it in. I was trying to just grab what I thought I needed, and I did not get this toe piece. And I'm going to need 2 of those, and I think I need that as well. I don't think I got that. There's a lot of dies with that set, and so I just grabbed what I thought was the shoe parts and kind of missed a couple pieces of it. So that's one good thing about these small dies and the Scout. You can just bring it in and out on your desk, and it's not really too much of a problem. So that's what I'm going to do. And we have to do 2 because we're going to have 2 shoes. So I need 2 of these. I did, while I was sick, I did watch a lot of people's lives and stuff. And some of them I was watching and I was barely there because I was having a fever. But I'm not somebody that likes to lay around a lot. And so I was trying to stay down and allow myself time to get to feeling better. But I was watching a lot of live. So that was fun. I got to catch up on a lot of people going live. Hey, Teresa, welcome. Jay said people were sneaking into church like, your church probably does this too, but ours was like, okay, now remember, next week, you're going to be coming in late if you don't set your clocks forward. They always, we've got a guy that does the announcements, and he's always kind of funny. He's always joking around and cutting jokes and stuff. But anyway, he was kind of giving everybody the heads up that don't forget, so that everybody would set their alarms. And I didn't realize, but Pat had gone around and was changing the clocks. And then all of a sudden I looked up, I'm like, is it really this time? And he's like, oh yeah. He goes, I changed the clock. So I was like, I lost my hour sooner than most people because he changed them. But it really caught me off guard because I thought it's surely not that late. But it would be. So this is the toe. I actually want to put this piece on first, and then we'll lay the other one on. And these are going to be pretty white. That's why I'm thinking I might want to maybe use a little ink and kind of distress them a little bit. Thank you, Denise. Denise says I do sound better. Yeah, I am feeling better. That's for sure. Glad that it was short-lived, because I don't like to be down. And I should knock on wood, but normally I usually fare pretty well when the bugs are going around. But for some reason I got snagged this time. And it hit pretty. I was fortunate, and I said this on some videos. I know those that watch pre-recorded videos probably heard this, but I was fortunate. For one thing, Pat was gone, which was good because then I wouldn't be getting him sick. But for another, my mom brought some food by and left it in the house so that I'd have some food to eat. And then my daughter yesterday brought food by for her dad and I. And so I didn't have to cook or anything. They were all taking care of me. So that was very nice. So I do a lot of cooking for people. You guys know, I tell you every Sunday, we didn't this Sunday because we had a party, but every Sunday I cook for everyone, and I do a lot of cooking for people. So I have got something red that is getting on here, and we're going to have a little bit of color there. So I'm going to get something to clean that off real quick. Sorry for the slamming of drawers. Let's see. Jay says, now half the clocks in your house change themselves. Yeah, that some of them do. I thought that Pat changed the vehicles too, but I thought that my vehicle changed itself because I thought it was running off of XM radio, which because I have, XM, but he said he had to manually change it. That surprised me. I didn't think that he would have to do that. Anyway, I think I got those cleaned up. And then this, what am I doing? I'm confused. Oh, it goes like this. I was putting a little bit too far back there. And then we'll line it up. I mean, the detail that Spellbinders puts on their dies is just fantastic. I love it. I love it. I think that I've got this one a little bit high, so this may be the shoe that's behind. I don't know. I think it'll be all right. Okay, and then we're gonna get this one laid down on there. And we're gonna have our shoes. Now, when I was thinking about this, I think I said it on a video, I was thinking that the scale might be too far off, but I really don't think it's that bad. I mean, I really don't. Yeah, I have XM on my phone too, but your phone automatically changes, and but I don't know why the car radio thing didn't, because like I said, I have XM on it, but it didn't change. Anyway, okay, so what I decided, since we've got a lot of white going on here, is that we would bring in this blue circle here. And honestly, I think it would only be on one because this shoe, if it was two shoes, it would be on the other side. So we wouldn't have to have two. And I'm going to do it. Just trying to decide if I wanted to do it that way or I don't know. It's got a little mark on there. I think I can use my gel pen to fix it. So let's just get this laid down on here. And we'll only put the banner on one. And I'm really wanting to bring in that number 1 die and put on there. I think that would be fun on here as well. But let's go ahead and get our shoestrings on. And I brought the blue in just for some additional color because I think we've just got so much white. Just seems kind of quiet tonight. With the nice weather and everything, we have been able to open up the house a little bit, which is nice when you kind of have sickness in the house to kind of air the house out. But everybody that has a motorcycle in town has been just out on them, and it seems like they go past the house and they just want to rev it up right in front of the house. I was trying to do a voiceover, and it was like, why do they have to rev it every time they come past my house? I mean, we used to have a motorcycle. We had a Harley Davidson touring one. I'm getting my picture off to the side so I can kind of cheat. I guess I had that already. And we're going to do this one here. And this is just going to add some color to our white tennis shoe. Now, I don't want to glue that down yet. Let me get my other tweezers. Where are they? We're going to bring our strip in. Last time I did this kind of out of order, and I had to go back in. I want to make sure I get it in the right direction. Yeah, it goes like that. Okay. So we'll get this laid down, then we'll put our shoestring on there. That way it won't be in the way of it. I think the blue really adds a lot of, and these little bitty pieces just add a lot of detail to it. Very fun. Did any of you guys have, it is fun if you're the one making the noise, that's for sure. My husband would, when we'd go underneath the, like the bridge overpasses, he'd always, because it gets really loud when you do that. So yeah, it is fun if you're the one making the noise, for sure. Okay, so there's that. Let's go ahead and get the other strip put on here. What I was going to say is, did you guys have these? Did any of you have these shoes as kids? I actually had some as an adult too. They've kind of made a comeback, and I have had some. But let's see, a good friend and her husband love their touring bike. We had a bunch of friends that we used to ride with all the time, and we'd take some longer trips. And these are big bikes that are made for travel. You've got the touring packs and stuff so that you can pack your clothes and stuff and take them with you. And so that's what we did. Anyway, very fun. Let's see, you think that's loud? They do a classic show by you every Tuesday night in the summer, and they rev it. We have, they do first Saturday of the month, or first or third, I don't know which Saturday it is, but they do, I don't even know if I need this on there. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do it. They do a car show in our town too. It's like a cruising. We have the perfect little loop that you can go through our town, through our park, and kind of back around. And back in the day when I was in school, we cruised every weekend. We cruised through town. That's what you did. You just cruised through town. There was this little loop that you made. And anyway, they do that in the summertime as well. We also have a huge car show in our town every year. And I mean, it's a monstrosity. We usually go out of town. We go on a vacation usually during that. I don't think we don't have it scheduled this year, so we likely will be in town for that unless Pat um, decides to schedule it. But anyway, I mean, I don't know how many thousands of people come into it. Let's see. Oh, you had them in red and navy, and Denise had red ones when she had her red Miata. Oh, okay. I think I have. Do I still have those? I had a pair of gray ones that I had recently, but I don't know. I think I'm gonna use tape runner for this. Just and then put a little glue. That way it'll stick quick. And we'll just stick that on there. Oh my gosh, these are fun. Now I've got tape runner on my desk. Okay, I have some pieces that I have not put on this hat. We're gonna circle back and do that. I should go in the same spot, so I'll have the tape in the same messy spot. There we go. There are some like, oh, I want to call them, I don't know if they're called grommets or eyelets or whatever they are, that go on the hat. We're gonna have some of those. There we go. That is fun. I think it'll work out. So let's get our hat back here. I need to get that off of there. We're gonna have, everything's gonna be sticking. It's messy. Okay, get that off of there and out of the way. Little glue balls. All right. So this set has got these teeniest, tiniest, I don't even know if you can see them. Yeah. And I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna use this for another little adornment. I hope I didn't knock those off on the floor. No, I didn't. Okay, cool. These little, I don't know, are they eyelets, grommets? I don't know what they are. They're like the little metal things that would be on the air holes of your hat. And I've die cut them out in white just to add a little accent. And they are teeny tiny. We're just gonna get them laid down on there. Clean up our glue. We've got one more. There we go. This is coming together pretty quickly. I'm surprised it's not taking as long as I thought. So see, there's 3 of them on there. And we got them on there. And then I die cut out in blue this. I think did I do a white one too? I wasn't sure if I wanted it in white or blue. So what do you guys think? Should I do white or should I do blue on that for the accent? I don't know. I think maybe blue. When I did this last time, I die cut 2 out because I wasn't sure. I think I'm going to do the blue. Anybody have an opinion on that? I think I'll do the blue. Okay, so we're gonna get this thing down. This really come together very quickly. These pieces. Of course, I had most of my die cutting done. So there's our hat. So we've got our shoes. I kind of like how they're laying like that too. Our shoes, our hat. We've got our little utensils here. I've got a, I don't know. When I did this before, I was thinking, I kind of made this piece look like the bun. And then, this is like the hot dog or whatever. But I think it's meant to be your grill marks or whatever. And so I just used some ink and blended this panel here and then die cut it out just to kind of get a color that I liked. Anyway, so that's what I did for that. So we're going to get it assembled. Oh, okay. Jay said since both of the colors were on the hat, they both would work. Of according to his eye. So yeah. Anyway, I just like the, I don't know, I guess the good old American red, white, and blue on there. I did that on the other cards. I said on a previous video, the tennis shoe card that I made, I gave that to my son-in-law. It was a birthday card, and so it's already been given to him. And then the Unstoppable, which was the small die of the month, or just the die of the month, I don't know. I gave it to my daughter. So there's our little, and then I thought we would just kind of stick it in our fork. Now I'm doing this because my brother would be the grill master as well. So I thought it would make sense to include that in there. And then I've got the birthday MVP on here. And this one I did run through the die cutting machine several times. So it released the little tiny little bits and pieces out. So you'll be able to see the red through here very well. I can just get it lined up. There we go. And we've got our birthday MVP. And I'm not sure how this is going to fit on there, but all right, now I'm going to show you what I did. So I'll bring in my other bottles just for comparison. Like I said, I was all over the place trying to figure out yeah. No, I did yeah, pokey tooling them out. It's kind of a pain. I think I made 4 laps on this. And then if you do that, it comes out very easy. And then you get a good clear sentiment. I've had that, when I first started doing this, I was like, why don't these come out? I was like, these dies don't work. And then I realized that you just have to keep going. So anyway, here's all the different bottles that I put together. And these, they're all different, but they weren't floating my boat, I guess. This one I liked more than any of the other ones. But so then I decided I Googled on my phone, I looked for a beer bottle and I just did white and I used some of my ink and I ink blended it and I thought that looks really cool. So I think I think I like this one the most. So you guys will have to tell me if you like this one the most or not. But we're going to do something with this. I went a little bit crazy. I had a little time. And so I looked up, this is my brother's, and hopefully I got a little smudge on there, and I did this. And I made the label for the beer bottle. This is my brother's choice. And so I pulled the picture up so that I could make it. And I called my husband and I said, look at this. And he said, that is hilarious. And so I'm not, by no means can I draw or even is my penmanship any good, but I tried to make it look as similar as I could. So, and then I took the little wrapper at the top and it has gold on it. And I tried to put Miller. Of course, it wouldn't fit on there. And I put the little squiggly line on there. So it was just trying to mimic it. He'll get a kick out of it. It'll really be funny. And then I've got a little bottle cap in here. And I'm hoping the color's okay for it. Whoops. Things are falling apart here. And I think that'll work all right. Yeah, I think it'll work all right. Let's put a little glue on there. But I think my brother will get a laugh out of it when he sees it. And then you got your little lid. Oh, get over there where you belong. So let me know, you guys. What do you think? Is it close enough? Like I said, I am no artist at all. I see a spot on there that I don't like. It's a little, I got some red on there. I'm going to try and cover it up. So what I used is, I didn't have anything fine enough to do the writing. So I brought in my Cricut pins, the ones that you would put in your Cricut machine, because they have a real fine tip on them. And I use that to do the light, and the this little, let me see, this little piece right here, this little oval thing, I used it for the oval on there because I tried to draw one. Well, let me show you. I tried drawing it first, and then I'll also show you. And it was really messy, and I didn't get the right gold, and then it smeared. So once I used my pins, and I realized it was the other one smeared, I took and dipped it in embossing powder, and then I heat embossed it, and so it is raised. But I did that to get it to dry so that it wouldn't smear. But anyway, so with that said, with my ink blended bottle and my ink blended hot dog, should we blend a little bit on these, or at crisp white? Will that work? Let's lay it on the card and just see if it looks odd for everything to be so crisp and this other stuff to be blended. So let's just kind of lay it out and see what we think. Let's go ahead and assemble the card, and then we'll see if this works. So 5x7 card base, made my own. And then I took this in 6 3/4 by 4 3/4 for this one. And where is my, this is the one I like to use for my card bases because I can get lots of glue out. And then we're gonna get it. I don't make 5x7s very often, but I have made a couple recently. The card that I made for my grandson was a 5x7 that we took to the party today. And I actually used this Flair embossing folder on it as well. So, well, thank you, Teresa. She said it came out wicked good. Well, thank you. I'm going to stand up. I thought it was fun. And I like I said, I just kind of took a little extra time to kind of customize it for my brother. So there we go. I think he'll get a chuckle out of it. So, and then we went in another 1/4 of an inch with our blue panel so that we could have that nice little frame around there. And we'll go ahead and get it laid down on here. And I hope this all comes together. You know, sometimes in your mind you think, oh, this is what I'm going to do, and then it doesn't always come together, but I think hopefully it will. I just had in my head that you had to do those shoes with that hat. And so I kept thinking about it, and I thought, oh, I know what I'm going to do. All right, it's close enough. I even took, and with this flare, I even took my T-square when I laid my paper in there and kind of tried to get that flare in the center, both this way and that way, so that I'd have, you know, a nice flare. So we've got our hat, and we've got our shoes, and we know that these are going to go like this. I need to figure out how I want. I want everything to show. And then we can tuck this stuff. All right, we'll figure it out. We could probably put our birthday sentiment here. And if we have to, we can put our birthday sentiment on the inside. So anyway, this is the process. This is where we're just going to kind of play around with it and see how are we going to make it fit. So I'm just going to tuck that in there like that. So we've got our fork holding it. Let's see if we can get this on here like this. And if we can tuck that underneath there, maybe. And then I think our bottle just has to, I don't know. What do you guys think? I don't know. I'm not covering, I hate to cover that up. All right, let's rework it a little bit. Let's bring this shoe down a little bit. And this shoe over. And then we've got that. Maybe we have to put our cinnamon on the inside. I just can't, you know, I'm not going to, we could tilt our hat too. That could be fun. I'm not going to cover up any of these elements because they're super fun. Oh, I think I like it like that. What do you guys think? Jay says he thinks it's really fun. I think it is too. All right, let's go ahead and connect these shoes. I think we'll connect them like that. Let's use a tape runner. I've got pieces parts rolling across the desk here. Super fun. I think it works. I don't think I need to shadow the... Okay. I'm going to bring it this way. Okay, so let's attach these two. I'm getting very quiet because I'm getting serious, so. What do you guys think about that? Is that good? And then we can kind of, all right, I gotta get serious. Okay, so I feel like I like that. So let's go ahead and we're gonna do it. We're committing. We're gonna commit to this. There we go. Okay, there's that. Now, we'll get some glue down on this. And we've got this metallic. It's going to want to move around, but hopefully we can get it to stick. Kind of wipe it so we don't have a big mess. Okay, standing up again. The hot dog will help it stay down because the hot dog's paper. And then we could kind of do it like that. I like it. What do you guys think? Super fun. Super fun. I think, okay, so let's get our shoes laid down. And I think I've got some foam squares that are like 1 millimeter, pretty flat. I'm gonna put them on here so that we can level it out. Oops. And we'll just flatten it out so it'll be level. I think there might be a little bit more than what we need. And then we'll get some glue on here. All right. And we're going to get that laid down on there. Super fun. Super, super fun. And then we're going to add our hat. I think this is adorable. This may be one of my most fun cards ever. What do you think about the sentiment there, or should I put it on the inside? I kind of like it. What do you guys think? All right. So let's go ahead and glue the hat straight down. I've got a layer there. What if I could just add, I should just add some cardstock. don't know. Because I don't think I need a foam square like that. I don't know. I'm just gonna wing it a little bit. See if I can just add a layer to it. And yeah, let's just do that. Just to kind of not have to worry about foam and just make it even. That'll work. You like the cinnamon on the hat too? Oh, thanks, Jay. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I didn't think I wanted to cover anything up, but when I laid it on the hat, I thought that could work. I think it'll work just fine. So I got that piece hanging over there. I do. I need to snip off just a smidge there. There. Okay. And then stand up so we can see what we're doing. Get it laid down on there. I love it. Okay. I'm going to hold it so it can glue down a little bit. Don't want it to glue it to my glass mat with all the stickiness I've got on here. Super, super fun set. I just think this month's, I don't know, I was just really, really loving this month's set. Now I've got a layer there. Did I have another piece? Thought I did. Did I throw that away? I am. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I've got another one that I messed up, and it's going to hang across here. So I'm going to put a little bit on the back of this. We'll just put a little strip on there and just level it up. There we go. And then we'll be able to lay that down on there. Okay, so here we go. We're getting done early tonight. This is going pretty quick. I had a little crafty shopping haul, Amazon on my doorstep when I got home. I can show you some weird things that I bought if you guys want to check that out. It's not really crafty. It's craft room stuff, not really crafty stuff. But I can show you what I got real quick since we're finishing up pretty quickly. Oh my gosh, I love it. I think I need a little bit of glue on this shoestring here. Give it a little press. And there we go. Oh, no, you're not coming back up. Gotta hold it down for a minute. Love it. Thanks. I think it turned out super fun. So, just took a little extra time and used my imagination and tried to do a little free form drawing on there. I wasn't sure it was going to work because it's such a small, but you did have enough room for that. So I think it turned out super cute. Anyway, super fun. Anyway, I appreciate you guys all watching. I'm going to tell you what, I'm going to show you what I bought because I do have some things for the craft room. One thing I did get was I got some this is like a lapel mic because like when I go back to grab like some cardstock or I walk away, you guys it doesn't sound as well. So I got these were rated pretty highly. They're really inexpensive, but there's two of them. And I would have used them tonight, but I did not have time to charge them because I got home and barely had time to get ready. But so these were really inexpensive. So basically this plugs into your phone. So I'd plug it in up there and then I'd wear this on my, lapel or whatever. You have these little clips here that clip on here, which I haven't even looked at this. I have no idea what I'm doing, but you just slide them on there and then you would just clip them right on your shirt and you could just talk away. And there's a USB charging thing for them. And then the little fuzzy, I got the pink because I just thought it was cute. Anyway, I got that. So this is just some weird stuff for my craft room that I got. I got some other weird stuff I'm going to show you too. But look at these. I think these are, somebody said these were challenging to get on, that they had to have their husband help them, but I'm not going to do it online. But anyway, in that, it's like the fuzzy little microphone ball cover thingy. I don't know what you call it. So I got that. This was part of the having a fever, laying in bed, bored, had my phone, shopping and buying junk I probably don't need is what it was. But I also got this. A lot of times I've got my tea. I'm going to have a drink real quick. A lot of times I will have my coffee or tea in here and I get busy crafting and it's cold. And I'm like, oh, it makes me mad. So I ordered this for my desk, like I have room for stuff on my desk, but it is a little coffee warmer. So I got that for my desk. So, and I got it in pink. Like I said, I was delirious. I had a fever and I had my phone and I had Amazon and I started ordering. Then I thought I did this video with the Fergus, and I was using hot glue to do and I kept saying, I need a fine tip hot glue gun. And so I found this the other night while I was delirious and I ordered it as well. So I've got myself a new little, it has a nice little stand. And what I like about it is it's cordless. So I can charge it up and then I can have it on camera. And Gina, you are not going to believe this. Are you ready? I was hoping that you were going to be here. And you have missed it. Okay, everybody, this is my sister-in-law. This is my brother's wife. And I was hoping she was going to be here. You have missed the whole thing. But I just made my brother's birthday card. Are you ready? Give me a ready. I'm going to bring it in. I'm just showing my crafty haul. Are you ready? Here it is. I've just made Vince's birthday card. Is it awesome or what? I wish she'd have been here for it. Anyway, so a student gave you one of those warmers and it does soup and melts candle cubes in a container. You love it? I think he'll get a kick out of it. So you got to keep it a secret for me. But I had to do, this was this part here, I had to draw that. Anyway, so super fun. I have one of those candle warmer things over here with a little cup and the wax. Could I have set my coffee cup on that? I don't know, but I didn't. So anyway, I got this. So I was saying I got this little hot glue thing, and I'm glad you came in, Gina, because I was hoping you'd be here earlier so that you could watch me make it, but you can watch the replay. But I know he will love it. Anyway, so and you got some hot glue sticks with it as well. So that was another thing. And then in my flu delirium, as I'm throwing things into the cart, and some things didn't come. So it was a bigger haul than just this. I also picked up this, and I haven't even opened this stuff up. Like I said, it came in just as we got home from the birthday party, for Wyatt's birthday party. And then we got home, and Pat's like, "You've got stuff." Anyway, so I got this because I'm tired of. I guess as I was sick and laying in bed, I was like, everything that drives me nuts in my craft room, I'm gonna fix. Now this thing clamps on my desk, and it puts all of these cord things right there. And I am tired of fighting. So I got it as well. And then I don't know what else I got that hadn't come yet, but this was just some junk that I bought in my feverish delirium Amazon ordering things I probably don't need. Anyway, so just thought I'd share that with you. But anyway, just want to thank everybody for watching and hanging out. It was super fun. And like I said, I love the club kits for this month. I have just used the heck out of them. And like I said, I've made the cards and I've given them away already just because they were just so fun. and so usable. I've got skin on there. I love when I can distribute a card right away. And I did that with these club kits. So super fun and needing to make this one for my brother. So I got it made. Anyway, thanks, Jim. Jim says, thumbs up, share, and support Shanna's channel. So I really appreciate that. And we are just at the 9 o'clock hour. And so we're going to wrap up. And I just appreciate each and every one of you for joining me and just chitty chatting. And on our spring forward day. And I'm just going to put a plug in. Daria and I are planning on going live tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. We're going to play with some card kit type things is what we're going to play with tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. So if you guys are bored and want to hang with us, we're going to be crafting and making some cards with some card kits. So anyway, thanks for joining, and I hope you guys all have a great week ahead. See you in all the crafty spaces. Bye-bye now.